So the key here is to look at the lens rather than at the viewfinder, because otherwise your eyes are going to
you're looking at the wrong
like
spot.
that. Can you pass me the pair of scissors, please? Okay. Alright. Hello, YouTube. It's been a while since I filmed a video because dissertation madness has taken over my life, as you all know. I'm here with my boyfriend Alex. This is the first time he's been on camera with me. I have just moved all of my things into his room, and I thought, what if the first thing we did together as a couple that lives together now is to do an unboxing video. As my YouTube audience may have seen me unbox a Fairyloot one or two times on camera. Fairyloot is a box that I really enjoy getting in the mail. So how do you feel about Fairyloot?
I've never been as much into the loot crate things. They're all the same thing. There's hundreds of them, and they're all crates that you get loot in, or random assorted stuff. Okay, well, you always have interesting things to say about the Fairyloot, so I thought I'd have you join me on camera. This is the first time I'm seeing everything in this box, pretty much. So, by the way, this is the August Fairyloot, which I didn't have a chance to open because I had it sent to this house and not my address in Sheffield because I was just never around in Sheffield to pick up mail. So, but this is the first time I'm seeing it because I've been busy with dissertation things. So this month is Things Are Not What They Seem. I think I got this because Lord of the Rings was in it. You want to take a look at the spoiler card? Sure. First is a set of hair scrunchies. Okay. These are inspired by the covers of the Graceling Realm series, which I have not read. I don't really wear hair scrunchies, but they're nice. Scrunchies. Yeah, these are the hair scrunchies. Red, green, and blue. But this one has keys on it. This one has daggers on it. This one has bows and arrows on it. So yeah, those are inspired by those that book series that I have not read. The three weapons: swords, bows, and keys. Ooh. What's this? What's it? Oh, this is the cutlery set? Lunar cutlery set. Oh, this is inspired by Lunar Chronicles. They've been sending us a lot of like rainbow stuff. Like they sent us these reusable straws in the mail one month. We have a pair of chopsticks and a fork and a spoon, so I think that takes care of my utensil issue. If you want to eat with that. Why would you not want to eat with it? I prefer my food less sparkling. It doesn't affect your food. No, true. The chopsticks have moons on the ends. Somehow I'm that one Asian in the flat who always just never has their own chopsticks. Sure, they'll look great with white rice in them. One says, even in the future the story begins with once upon a time, which is not my favorite quote from the story. Because I think the famous line from Lunar Chronicles is, even in the future every story begins with once upon a time, which is the quote that everything Lunar Chronicles uses. Have I told you about Lunar Chronicles? I didn't think so. Okay, so basically it's about, it's like basically fairy tales but set in space. So it's like, you know, Cinderella, but she has like an android foot. Fairy tales with a twist. With a sci-fi twist, yeah. And Rapunzel lives in like a satellite. There's mirrors have an uncanny way of telling the truth. Well, that's a good one, actually. They are mirrors. Yeah. Well, the thing is, in the book, there's this character who uses a glamour because basically people on the moon have a genetic mutation which lets them put on glamours. And so basically this character has like a severe like defect, or she's deformed because she got a burn injury, and so then she like uses glamours to make herself look better all the time. But I assume she can still see her real self in a mirror. Yeah. And that's a whole thing. Okay, well now I have an extra fork, spoon, and I have my own pair of chopsticks for the first time. They also come in this box, which I don't know what to do with. Handy container. Handy container, okay. Very useful. Oh, okay, yeah. Next up is a candle. Oh, it's inspired by Stalking Jack the Ripper. So I think that's what the chocolate scent is coming from. It's chocolate coffee. Thomas Cresswell. I really need to read that series. It's actually on my audiobook Is that what murder smells like? Well, it's not inspired by Jack the Ripper. It's inspired by this other character. Stalking Jack the Ripper. Whoever's doing the stalking. And he smells like chocolate. Apparently. I need to read the book. That holds the mystery. Yeah. Oh, so this is the Lord of the Rings. Oh, pocket mirror. Yeah, Lord of the Rings inspired item. Okay, so I really appreciate
boxes including Lord of the Rings items, but you need to start including like better Lord of the Rings items, because like okay, I mean this is very nice, but I think one time we got like this strawberry scented Bilbo's birthday cake soap, which was, you know, was a good soap. It sustained me through many showers, but it was just like, it was soap, and I would like good Lord of the Rings merch. And so I'm gonna hold up to the camera. It's got the J.R.R. Tolkien's insignia on it, and it's also got the Tengwar script, which is, well, was really black speech written in Tengwar, which are the inscriptions on the Ring of Power, which is great. But like, the thing is, like, I've seen dime a dozen stuff like this. I don't mean to diss this month's box. I'm aware people work hard on it, but I'd like better Tolkien stuff. So.
I'd like better stuff.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Put the hair scrunchies over there.
Okay, alright. Okay. Ooh, now we're getting to the... I assume this is related to the book of the month.
The Merciful Crow?
The Merciful Crow, which I was a bit spoiled for. I avoided spoilers for everything else in the box for this month, but I could not avoid spoilers for the book because it was absolutely everywhere. We got this pouch with the Merciful Crow cover art on it. The other side has a crow on it, and it says, "One way or another, we always feed the crows," which I don't understand because I haven't read the book yet.
More mysteries. But
okay,
luckily for someone who hasn't read the book.
Yeah. Oh, we have a Mistborn inspired metal bookmark. Okay. Which I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah, Mistborn is a series that I have read. It's one of those series that I've read one book of, fully intend to read more of, but just have not picked up again because life is busy. It says, "Let them see my weakness and let them see me overcome it." So the thing about book quotes is that unless you know the context of them, you can't really understand the impact. So
they're not always as impressive out of context.
They're not. Well, the thing is also, I think when people like take quotes out of context and use them to say something when a character in a book meant something different. There's this Pride and Prejudice book that's like, oh, I would be so bored if I didn't have like a really amazing library, but like it's said by someone who actually hates reading and is just getting bored with every book that she starts to read. So it's just she can't get into books. Oh, we got a cushion cover.
Ember in the Ashes.
Ember in the Ashes. I have read the first 2 books of that series. I still need to read, is it The Reaper at the Gates? You burn, for you are an ember in the ashes. Okay. Roll credits. On the other side there's Laia in the middle, and there's Helene on this side, and then you can see Elias on this side. Have I ever talked to you about this series?
I don't... What is the series?
Ember in the
Oh,
Ashes.
it's called Ember in the Ashes.
Saba Tahir. I think we need to buy some cushion fillers. Oh, so we got the new tarot cards. Fairyloot has been doing a thing where they've been sending out tarot cards with different YA character illustrations on them. This month we got the Star, which is Hermione Granger. She's pretty distinct. She's got books and she's got brown hair. But also I think it's got a nice touch this month that they actually added the Jars of Water, which is a very distinct feature of the Star card in tarot. We also have an interesting interpretation of the Hanged Man, which is Harry Potter reaching for the snitch. It's him getting the snitch, which is an interesting interpretation. I think I've been telling you about this. I'm very iffy about how some people do tarot cards, or like when some people they slap a character on like
the original
on the card. Sometimes like I'm not sure maybe they understand the cards differently. I can kind of understand how Harry is the Hanged Man because the Hanged Man is he can be in the state of stasis, or he can be giving up something for something greater, which I can kind of see how like that would be a thing for Harry because he is a very sacrificial character. But I don't really get how Hermione is the Star. I don't, because the Star is supposed to be sort of that symbol of hope, that small symbol of hope in the night, and that's not how I see her. I don't know how they figured that one.
So you can't exactly slip those into a different tarot deck, so how many boxes do you need to buy before you get the full set?
See, that's the point. Yeah,
You're gonna end up buying 20 boxes and you'll just be missing like 3 cards still.
Yeah, no, I mean basically right now I only have like 4 of the cards, and it's just like
out of
random.
How many?
Like random what? I mean, it's out of, they've been doing this, what, like 6 months now?
I mean, how many cards are in a tarot deck?
78.
78.
Well, they're only doing major arcana.
Oh, okay.
Right now, and
so it's not quite 4 out of 78.
Major arcana is what, like 24? But yeah, I'm missing quite a few. But but their online shop has some of the pairs available. They send out 2 a month.
Okay.
I think last month they did Draco Malfoy as Death, Dumbledore as the Magician.
Are they all Harry Potter themed then?
No, they're not Harry Potter themed. I think remember that book series I was telling you about that like I didn't really enjoy with fairies in it?
Yes, vaguely.
So Court of Thorns and Roses, and I think people on this channel have heard me complain about that series a bit. So basically it's about like sexy fairies that aren't really special except that they're really sexy and they're powered and they have wings. So the first 2 were from that fandom, and then it was from Six of Crows, and of course people on this channel will know that I am a big fan of that series because I bought the special edition of that book at Yawk. That video is probably up by now by the time you're watching this video. And now they're on a streak of Harry Potter. Oh, their interpretations of the characters are really weird. Like Ron is the sun, which is like the really like big like beam of okayness, which like I guess, but it's not.
Do you think they're taking them just a little bit more literally because Hermione is a star and Ron is the sun and Harry Potter literally is the hangman?
Oh, I'll be so disappointed if that's what they're doing. I'm like, I like the art on these cards, but I am very iffy about these tarot image interpretations. Okay, finally, we've got the book of the month. Okay, surprise, surprise. The book of the month is The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. It's got a very lovely cover. The end papers are a map, I presume, of the world. It's got her signature in it. So it's a very lovely book on the outside. So let's see, what's it about? It seems like kind of a heist type novel based on my initial perusal of the cover. So kind of like political thriller slash a heist. I might be wrong. That's the book of the month. It also comes with this month's Fairyloot digest. It's got the author interview. Next month's theme is Witches Be Crazy, which I will not be getting because I missed the order for the box. I really wanted to get the Witches box, but I missed out on it, so, you know.
Okay, it's too late.
Yeah. Well, also, they sold out of it really fast. I also tried to go in when they had the extra ones up.
But no luck.
Yeah, no luck. So, because basically they sold out in like 3 minutes. We also have a letter from the author as usual and a monthly bookmark. The letter from the author also has some nice artwork on the back. So that is the August Fairyloot. Did you enjoy unboxing this month?
It's always interesting. I still want to bring up the cutlery.
What's wrong with the cutlery?
I want you to hold them and I want you to imagine yourself actually trying to eat food with them as they glow in your face with, what is that, like tungsten?
Is that what they use to make these?
I think so. You can see yourself sitting down to play the food and eating it with that.
Got a quote on it too.
Wow. That's, you know, when I'm reaching for a forkful of my food, what I always think is, I wish I had a quote to read right now.
I mean, chopsticks are kind of like, you know, it's alright.
Just imagine picking up a little, like, you know, white rice with that and just...
You know, they sell all kinds of chopsticks, right? They sell, like, you know, things with, like, you know, figures on the top. They sell them,
I've seen.
Like, you know.
And they're not quite as garish as that. They're nice to look at a distance, but that's not what cutlery's for.
Okay. So basically, I think your strongest objection for this month was to the cutlery set. So,
I think it's awful.
Personally, this month, I think, I'm not gonna say it's like a disappointment. It's just more that, like, I think for Lord of the Rings items, I think people need to up their game. I will use this, and I think it's nice, but it's also so much like a lot of other Tolkien merch that I already have, so yeah. I also have so many pocket mirrors now. I got like a pocket mirror last year from a crate, and then like I got one recently from another subscription box that I got.
I mean, but then there's my other thing with these books, is like, you have a pencil case, you have bookmarks, you have cutlery.
Yeah. So what's your favorite item from this month?
The book, because it's a book. You read it. It's useful. Yeah. You know, it's entertainment. Okay. You don't already own this book, so it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't.
You know, you're seventh.
I can't say anything against that. So personally, I like the pillowcase the best. Do any of you do tarot and like also like literary themes? Like, can you like talk to me about how different people have been interpret literary characters in terms of tarot themes? Because like I think we should have a discussion about this. So so thank you for going through this unboxing with me. Thank you for doing this with me.
That's fine.
I thought your commentary would really add something to this video.
I think I have a different opinion.
So be on the lookout for future material. I'm not a student anymore, so I'll probably have more time for filming in the coming months. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter and Goodreads, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Anything else you want to say?
And hit that bell.
Yes, and hit that bell. Yes. I will see you in my next video.